Okay. So.
Ready.
Okay, we're live. Great. Ah, no, don't do that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So, into the next layer of troll hell we go. I'll leave a couple wolf pelts up here. Oh well. Couple free winter wolf pelts for whoever wants them. Alright, what we're gonna do is gather together. Okay. So I'm gonna go. Let's go ahead and start with this. We're gonna throw aid onto you. We're gonna add in a little. Let's see. Actually, you should just cast that just because it's good for you. Okay. Then we're gonna follow up with this.
What is your command?
You can begin playing the harp. Okay. Now, shield. Let me see. I can drop protection from evil on you.
Name your task.
What else do I want to put on you specifically? You know what? You can have a blessing. I mean, that's kind of a group buff, but that's fine. Okay, and the big finale.
Something amiss?
Coupled with... No, I'm going to use... No, I'm actually going to use chant. You can kind of guess how this room's going to go. Okay. Oh, did I forget something? Super haste. Okay, we super hasted. Great. Okay, down 3 strokes. Oh, I thought it was down. Whoops, my mistake. Finish it. Okay, keep fighting Scrags. Alright. A dose of fire so he doesn't get back up. We'll go ahead and summon this. No. Do. Okay. A few arrows. A few arrows. Hey, get that off Gretchen. There. Kill that, would you guys? Okay, we're gonna need a touch of fire. Okay, let's see. Fire. Okay. Stand here. Fire this way. Okay.
Name your task here.
I'm listening.
Keep going. Before all your buffs wear off. Okay. Meanwhile, over here. Man, I wish you guys had minute meteors. Okay. Fine. Whatever. Use another Scorcher.
Ready.
I should summon a fire elemental to take care of the rest. Okay. Uh-oh, buffs are expiring. I hear them. More! Give me more! Okay, that fire elemental should finish them off. Uh-oh. Tensa's transformation just went. I see his mirror images are all gone. His stone skin can't last much longer. Still, some of the buffs are intact. Well, that went well. There goes Super Haste. Well. Shoot it! You just stand around and stare at it.
I'll take care of it.
Here, I'm on it.
Okay, I guess that's just a wall. Wow, that went well. All I gotta do is turn you into an unstoppable demon of death, and nothing can stop you. Oh wait, isn't that kind of the definition? Is that a bone? That's a big bone. Oh. Alright, people, stick together. Oh yeah. I see it now. Big epic music. Fire elementals are so perfect for this place. Uh-oh. And we have lots of them in stock. Sadly, they won't be able to progress down this narrow path. It's okay, we'll leave you to guard our flank.
Ready. Done.
Well? I'm supposed to go over this way. Oh, okay. Skeletons? Cold bones. What's that one? Iced bones. Alright. What's that? Frozen bones. I see. Such variety in the enemies. Fight! Let's try turn on deck. Is that one mine? Oh, right! I can command undead. Command/rebuke undead is a thing. What's this? I see.
I'm listening. Done.
Okay. Poison don't work. A lot of things don't work on skeletons.
Here.
But rocks work.
Orders.
You know what? Hold on. You know what? I have this spell. What happened? It got interrupted, didn't it? I've been wanting to use that spell forever. I love the rebuke undead thing.
Here, done.
Hold still.
Order's done.
Alright, back up. They're gonna come back here again. We need to be ready for them. And disappointing. Undead ward. Let me see. Ah.
Name your task.
Here.
That's it? That's the whole area? Alright.
Orders. Nameless and agreed.
Enter. Well, it works.
Done.
I like it. I wish it had a bigger AoE, but...
Here. Agreed.
Anyway, that's not gonna last long. I'll just slip back up here. Crap. It's over already? Alright, we're just gonna charge this mess.
Manus potentis paro.
Let's see, what else? This one.
Butcher's work then.
Manus potentis paro.
Let's see, more. More puffs! More! You're getting pretty bait up. It's that ice effect that they keep using. It's alright though. Keep fighting. Haven't been drained yet.
I'm listening.
Haven't seen energy drain. These seem to just be corporeal undead. Sure are a lot of them, though. Level up! Alright. What do we get? 7th level spell slot. You don't say. Spell turning, 7 eyes. Prismatic spray! Delayed blast fireball. Prismatic spray is better, but it won't work on the undead, which is what this place is full of. I might run into more trolls. Prismatic spray. I love that spell. Ah. Chat was hiding. It was hiding from us. Okay, we cleared this out. Hi. You know what? You also. Great, the party's exhausted. Okay, let's see. That's a +2 ring. Infravision? Bah. Now the real question is, why was this creature wearing 2 rings? Were they nose rings?
Here.
But it's the coolest spell in the world. Alright. Well, whatever lies ahead. I think I'm gonna fully buff. I'm out of fire elementals. I'm out of all sorts of things. So we'll just prepare a little fodder. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Oh, come on! This place was absolutely lousy with enemies up till now.
As we can.
Here, try wielding the staff. Yeah, there you go. Wielding a stick is way better. Shit. Okay, we're done here. Run!
Can I help?
Get some turn undead going, some summons to run interference. You can rest. And don't think Suffocate or Cone of Cold's gonna do much, but maybe some acid. There.
I'll take care of it.
That ought to do 'em. That ought to do for 'em.
Something amiss?
Be nice if you could actually hit with those slings. Nah, I'm only in 18 minutes. This is the room that we were in last night. Or yesterday. Right here. That was with Water Elemental. I'm literally just this far. Yeah, you literally, your slings don't work anymore. That's fine. The undead will come back this way in a second. Man, turn undead is good. Die? Something's wrong.
If I have to take another step, my feet will
I
fall
think
off.
we've squeezed as much out of this day as we can.
There we go.
Here.
There are more. There are a lot of water elementals in this game. Ah, here they are. Ah, we turned one of them. Great.
Orders.
Don't want to use a lightning bolt. Maybe a scorcher would be safe. Obviously, they're hot springs. Obviously. I mean... let's see. Crap. Does anyone have anything left? Here you go. Okay, we need to rest. Alright. I really like this Song of Regeneration. It's good stuff. What? Ah, shit.
Here. Orders, I'm ready.
Right, the undead I had turned. Traitor! Okay, now... Ahem. We are going to attempt to rest.
My feet will
I
fall
think
off.
we've squeezed as much out of this day as we can.
Must rest so I can fight more.
Any last minute thing I want to cast? Yes. What? No, cast it. No, I'm not going to try anything stupid with skull traps. Here, I'll leave a snare. Rest! Please? Now let's see what we got here. Sahagin, Sahagin. Okay. Things I just want to hit him with. No! Don't suffocate your companion! There.
You want me?
How may I serve you? I would be happy.
Something amiss?
No. Greater command.
I'm ready to fight.
I don't know. They sleep in tauntauns every night. Obviously. Ugh. Rest again. Should have placed another trap. Should have placed another trap. Oh, never mind. Nope, I made the perfect tactical decision. Totally. Yes, yes, I knew that that rest would work. Yes. Never any doubt. Alright, so... Well, I think we should all camp here and eat some dragon meat. Or loot its core. What is all this doing inside it? Oh, a hero had been eaten. Mithril field plate armor +2. Okay. This requires more strength and is heavier, despite being mithril, and yet provides the same exact stats. Well, let me see. +4 slashing, -3 piercing. Alright, this is better against slashing. I guess we'll go with that. Look at the... Is it just me, or is it darker than the shadow plate? The mithril armor is darker than the shadow plate. What? Okay, fine. Be weird, game. Anybody want gauntlets of strength? Literally the only person who can use it is Slash and Dash here. And she's pretty happy with her bracers of defense. And she's not allowed to equip them anyway, so oh well. I guess you would think shadowed armor would be still better than any paint, but... Wow. At first glance, this sword appears to be like any other. In the presence of any shape-shifting creature, however, the blade becomes warm as its power stirs. Its namesake was the original owner of the weapon. Bastard? Bastard was the original owner of the weapon, you say? I see! And his tale, though mostly long forgotten, was wrought with treachery and deceit. Rumors persist that he paid a fearsome price for this blade. But with it, he revealed the true identities of those that sought to betray him. Their names and crimes, however, are long since lost to history. Ah, the heroic tale of Bastard the Great. A shame nobody remembers the epic tales anymore. Hello there. You lot seem friendly enough.
Orders?
Yeah, there's no way this is gonna end peaceably.
Yes?
Can I help?
I'm just gonna summon a couple Earth Elementals. No reason. He also owned a lot of swords indeed. Hey, where you going? Come back here. You don't just walk off while I'm preparing to kill you. It's rude. And I would not want to fight one of those things. Look at how incredibly dexterous that joint is. That ain't no normal elbow. Contortionists. Yeah, okay, I took a little bit of damage from a trap. But I got a magic ring that I'm probably never going to use. Ring of Will-O-Wisp. This unique brass ring is set with mandrake root instead of a precious stone. That's not what it looks like to me! It was created by the druid Heck of Sylvanus to protect his underlings on their travels. He was first worn by Omad the Wise before he became an archdruid. It was later worn by Jonathan Dunmoss, who was killed in the fen by Malorite marauders. The ring fell into their hands for several years before its new owner, Hunter Renard, was shot dead by elven rangers in the northern woods. Well, don't stop there. You can continue for 100 more people who owned this ring. We can be forced to memorize the entire list before we're allowed to wear it. Anyway, yay, I'm just gonna stuff it in a bag. In fact, I'm gonna stuff a lot of things in the bag to clean up my inventory. Let's see. That's probably enough inventory space.
Here.
Nah, it must be like a One Piece thing. Shoots out and touch. Hey, where'd he go? Shit, he went this way? Where is he? I need to talk to him, probably. Hey, where are you going? Dude! I am Zactile, priestess of Sokola and custodian of the Field of Bones. How may I serve you? You heal? Those who are near death come to me. I tend to make their passing as easy and painless as possible. Once their spirit has transcended, I place their bones to rest here. You have a hell of a lot of work to do, all the trolls. Also, you say you let their bones rest, but all the bones I see seem to be climbing and hiking around. You're not planning on resing that dragon as an undead monster, are you? Because that would be an epic battle. Some I return to the sea, and others are used here in the construction of this temple. All who come to me may choose one or the other. Icewind wills it so. She orders the bone scavengers bring all the dead here. She fears it will discourage intruders. Some say it is Icewind's mate. Others say it was her rival. No one knows for certain. It has been here for all time. It's been here for all time? I doubt it's been there for all time. Pretty sure it hasn't. Oh, yeah. It can bite. The mouth can bite the person and make a grappling thing. Yeah, I've seen that too. No player has ever been like, you know what I want? I want that thing. Never happened. Hey, Shad. She lies beyond the door at the rear of the temple. I may ask you not to pursue her, Dry One. Leave this place in peace. It is not Icewind I protect, but my former people. They have served her for centuries and know no other way of life. They will rather die than allow you to reach her. My position as custodian of the Field of Bones is one of honor and loneliness. I am denied contact with the living until it is their time to pass on. I have spent almost my entire life among the dead. I fear that I've lost whatever it was that once bound me to my people. But you're not a shop, so I have no use for you. Well, and here I summoned all these earth elementals for no reason. I saw all these skeletons here and thought for sure. Whoa, shit. What are we looking at? Okay. Alright. Is it fiend time? This is Icewind Dale. It's an old Western RPG made with the Infinity Engine. It's... You know, I trace it back to Darklands and things, but if you're unfamiliar with it, let me say Fallout was originally this kind of game. The early Fallouts. Ah, shit. There's 3 of them. You know what? Let's just throw a magic missile at you.
You have my right.
I'm listening.
Where they at?
Yeah. Okay, keep shooting that. Okay, good. Okay.
Here.
Take that one out. Don't let it cast.
Done. Here I come.
Oh, great. Traps.
Orders. Agreed.
Let's just back up. Back up.
Point feed you up. No problem.
Out of the gas cloud.
I'm listening. I'm on it.
Oh, I see. You're unconscious. Come on, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I'm looking Jewish.
Okay, we'll just sit out here. Yeah, I mentioned it before, but for me, my first Western RPG was Darklands, way back. Microprose. Ah, they were the best. Maybe that should be the next Western RPG I pull out. Maybe I should do Darklands, finally. I felt like I need to do a tutorial video just to show people how it's played. It's, it takes a little bit to figure out how to play it, you know? Daggerfall. I've heard of that one. That's kind of what I like my channel to be. Although I've not been doing quite as much of that as I want with first impressions and things. I want to do even more obscure, cool games. Look, all of you... I'm sorry I summoned you. Go away. Just get out of there. Oh my gosh, what have I done? We're stuck. We're stuck. Wait a minute. I can solve this. Problem solved.
Orders done.
Okay.
Where they? No problem.
I'm such a nice, caring master when I summon things.
Ready.
You should totally heed my summons
I'm on it.
when I call to you. And anything hearing the hold of. Wow. Wow.
Here.
Ah, Elder Scroll. Yeah, I need to get to the Elder Scrolls series, though I'd almost certainly start with Oblivion. I know somebody who's been trying to set me up to play that game with a crap ton of mods for a long time. And I mean oh shit. No spell casting for you. Okay. Now. Hey! You, cut that out. Come on, I just gave you Minthra plate mail. What are you doing getting hurt? Alright. Get that. Did I just get more of those badass super bolts? Oh, man.
Ready?
Something's gonna get it when I pull those out. Yeah, there's also the Dark Souls series. I've had a lot of people pushing me to try those for quite a long time.
Here.
His ice golem is just standing there. Oh, doggone it. Search for traps. Another one. Alright,
Orders.
back up.
Yes.
Okay, there's one.
Point me to a fight.
Okay, good, good, good.
Bacho
Oh!
Ferre.
Where'd you come from?
Ready.
No spells.
I'm on it.
You want me very well.
Okay,
Yes?
Ready?
okay.
Name your task.
Forward my tank.
Agreed.
What is your plan?
Yes.
Where they?
Pathfinding fail. Okay, now let's disable this trap. Okay, back to... Ooh, more of them. How many are you gonna give me of these? Wow. I'll just stack those up. Shame that she's... Shame the only person using a crossbow is the one who's supposed to be doing bard songs all the time. Oh well. Yeah, I could do more card hunter too. Oh, you're talking about Fallout 76, the one in West Virginia? Uh-huh. Another trap. Alright. Don't want to get caught with my pants down or my armor off, but it's kind of a pain to take it on and off all the time.
Bacho
Shit. No! Arrow to the throat!
Where they?
Shit. What? No, put that down.
I stand. Yes.
You want me?
Keep arrowing.
Can I help?
Run interference. Kill that. Oh, kill that! Okay. Another one. Ah. 12.
Point will do.
Okay, disable. You know, I'm not opposed to the concept of microtransactions, but I hate the way 90% of them are done. But I'm not opposed to the concept. However, like, I've seen them done well. Dawn of the Dragons, possibly the only reason I'm still playing Dawn of the Dragons is out of respect for the company. Because you can get anything in the game, like reasonably, you can have anything in the game. But you cannot have everything in the game without actually shelling out a little bit of money. And I respect that model, but also, at some point in the game's history, it was highly competitive. There was a PvP thing going, and every player that wanted to be part of that had to buy every single thing they put out. And they basically cut and gave up the entire PvP thing. They walked away from money. Because, well, frankly, they made it a better game by doing that. But I have to respect that, you know? And many of the ideas I've had for ways that they could, you know, things they could do in the game, I realized, wait, no, that would actually make people want to spend a whole bunch more money. Like they've actually, I mean, theoretically, you could dump $1 bajillion into it, but you wouldn't have anything to do with any of the money. Because the way they've rigged it up, it's not even really possible to spend more than, you know, so much money a month. I'm not sure exactly how much.
Agreed.
I forget what I gave them. I think I gave them $20. I have a kind of thing where if I have a free-to-play game and I really like it, then I feel like, what would I have paid for this game if it was on a store shelf? That's how much money I should give that game and no more. If everyone did that, the free-to-play model would work really, really well. But nobody does that, so... Ah, shit, another trap. That and the factions. Oil? Oil? When did we wander into the Industrial Revolution exactly?
I'm on it.
Well, let's see. We got 3... Shit. No, watch out! Fork.
No problem.
Disable. Shit, I'm not allowed to.
Ready.
Ready.
Oh, that one. That's right. No spells for you.
Here.
Now all of these ranged characters are feeling good again. What? A Popeye cartoon? Have they been stuffing old Fletcher characters into these to be processed? That's horrifying.
Yes? Will do.
I'm listening.
3 more. And when I unload this...
Where are they? On it.
Ready.
Alright, let's... Oh, what now?
Yes.
I'm fine. No problem.
Disable that, disable that.
Here.
Okay. Another one.
Yes? No problem.
Ah! Shit.
Hunger.
Doggone it.
Ready.
I really need her to have armor on. Why can't I have armor and disable traps? I don't see how a breastplate would interfere with your hands. Alright. I guess we have set traps of 100 now. Should I finally learn stealth? It's not like I have any use for pickpocketing. Alright, fine. You can learn stealth.
Orders.
So,
Listening.
well, I did go through the whole Trials of the Lore Master. I could just start hacking, but I'll wait.
Point me to a light.
Alright.
No problem.
Alright. A little touch of healing on you.
Where? No problem.
Alright. It looks to me like there's no way to move ahead except to cut down these golems.
Orders. I'm on it.
Alright. Well, let's put our armor on.
I'm listening. Done.
Yes.
If I remember right, they're immune to non-magical weapons, so that's my arrows. I have the feeling that things are gonna get difficult. So I'm gonna summon up a few fire elementals. By the time you can kill an iron golem, it's not worth very much. Like, the sheer volume of treasure that adventurers get. I mean, I'm walking around with 274,000 pieces of gold. If we assume that each gold piece was equivalent to, you know, I don't know, a gold dollar, then you consider inflation and what 270,000 would have been worth in the Middle Ages. Yeah. And some spiders, just because. Alright, let's try out our new super arrows.
Orders?
Mirror image. I'll want stone skin. You can cast stone skin, you can cast mirror image. Maybe bless the party. Okay.
I'm listening.
Maybe.
You have my ear.
I think we're pretty good. Okay, stone skin. And we'll go with a full-on Tensor transformation. Yeah. I know, the value of things in D&D is insane. I mean, a gold coin for an apple? Oh shit! Yeah, I knew a whole bunch of friends would be showing up the moment I started this.
Orders?
Okay, more potential. Let's see, I'm gonna throw a skull trap and you just know a fireball. Sometimes that's just the right thing to use. We'll throw a web
Can I help?
and an aerial servant. Ooh, ooh boy.
I'm listening.
Take that down. Oh shit. Plate mail, it does nothing! Oh shit. What have they done to you? You're cursed. Shit, how did you get there? I had everyone all ranked up over here. Level up! 6th level spell. Well, that's nice. I guess you could learn to summon carrion crawlers. Okay, get your butt over there. We've taken care of the ice golems already.
On it. How may I serve you? I would be happy to.
Fine. Okay, just try to get your butt away. Blast that. Okay, you helped cut her free. Oh no! Oh, great. Just great. How the hell am I gonna get you out of this? What are you doing over here? How am I supposed to get you out of this one? Oh my gosh, you are so dead. Run. Okay, he can cut his way through. Alright, let's see what we've got going on over here.
I'm listening.
Point me to the light.
Where are you? There you are? Arrows. That.
Do you need me?
Fight. That.
Yeah.
Okay, I just gotta keep... Not into the webbing. I made it through. Oh my gosh. Okay, now you're where you're supposed to be.
Ready.
Nothing like your archer wandering off to the front lines
Here. Go.
unexpectedly. Okay.
Baccio, baccio, ferre.
Okay.
What is your command?
Okay, you're to guard. Yeah, you are to guard over here. If anything tries to come this way, I'm fine. The spider can go hang out in the webbing. You can hold the main.
I'm listening.
You... do that. Take out that water elemental. Whoa! No! No. What did I say? You're archers. I said use bow on water elemental. Why would you walk that way? Why? Why? Makes no freaking sense.
Ready.
Dancer's transformation, stone skin and mirror image for the win. Shit.
Yes.
I stand ready. I would be happy to talk.
Name your task.
Okay. Saved
Orders.
her.
Mortis Kaya.
Shit. His buffs are wearing off.
With me.
He's still practically indestructible, but his attack power's way down. It's okay, we're down to the Sahagin Prince.
Listening.
Alright, can you guys finally kill that thing?
Let's spill some wine.
How may I serve you?
Point me to the light.
Okay.
Have my ear. Right.
What? Oh shit, what's this? Where'd these come from?
I'm here.
Yes? What is your command?
Surprisingly little magic equipment among them. Might need that key. Might just need that. Ah, +1 spears. Bah. Alright. Stuff them in the bag. Okay.
Here. I'm on it.
Where's that key? Coral plate armor? Coral plate armor is almost exclusively used by the Sahagin. It is constructed of shark fin and hard coral plates at the shoulders, chest, and wrist. It is equivalent to splint mail and protection, however it offers plus 15% fire and acid resistance. Yeah. Okay. I don't know, I'll throw out the sack as well. It's exotic and interesting. Alright. Take the armor off. Time to search for more traps. Ow! Stand is surrounded by pieces of shattered gem. Used to have been magical at one time. Maybe. Let me see. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Pots! Why is it the attack symbol on that?
I'm on it.
I don't trust it. Alright, let's start. Wish! Time stop! I didn't see the Sahagin casting things like that. What are they doing with these? Oh my gosh. I think we just hit the mother lode.
I'm listening. Ready. Done.
I'm gonna have to use my last potion of genius. Oh wait, no, I have 2 potion of geniuses now. Good. Against golems, it's death. It's a club, though. Yeah, we don't use those. It's a halberd. Don't use those either, though this looks pretty freaking awesome. Well, you have the better wisdom score, so I'm gonna give you the wish spell. You'll never be able to cast it. Time stop, though, that's all me.
Here.
That looks like a Kanabo there. A mop? I think that's a mop. It claims it's a harp, but I don't see it. Okay, what do we got here? A knife that returns when thrown. Wow. Flail. I can use this. Immediate diseases. It's a +4. And it has a chance to disease the target. Well, that sounds like something a holy cleric might wield, right? Sanctified Warhammer. Not that she actually melees very often. Oh, it's another club. Pretty awesome. Domination, Cloak of Fear, Charisma. But, I'm not really a club person, you know? The harp can only be played by a bard of exceptional virtue, wisdom, and talent, huh? Wisdom of 13. Oh, man. Oh, man. What kind of bard builds around wisdom? You destroyed the preservation ward on the young dragon body, allowing it to die. What?
Ready.
I did what now? I guess I just murdered a baby dragon. Oops. How clumsy of me. I'm sure that a simple apology will make up for that, right? Oops, sorry. You're not mad, are ya? Huh. I guess it's time for the boss of Heart of Winter. this seems like a very necessary time to rest. I think we gotta do it. Let's see. I'll give myself some of these. Just in case something tries to sneak up on me from this side. And maybe a snare to boot. Alright, I think we're ready to rest. Of course, the attack will end up coming from this side, because of course it will. What?
I'm listening. I'm on it.
Oh, if, be that way. Oh, I didn't fully explore this corner. Oh, look, nothing. What a surprise. Holy crap, I missed something.
Ready.
Look at those little slots. Oh, more of these. Is that what they're using oil for? Well, I approve.
Here.
I shouldn't be slaughtering them. I should be making them my minions. They will pay me a tax in crossbow bolts of awesomeness. Okay. Resting. What? Shit. I can't use area effects, or I might trigger a fight with the cleric. And I wouldn't want to do that. Well, I appreciate that resting is snappy right now, but it'd be nice if I could stop fighting Sahagin for a minute. Oh, good. I was starting to wonder if the encounter rate was 100% Sahagin. Okay. Alright, final preparations time. What all do we want to do? Just gonna take a second here. Well, let's consider. I think we'll definitely want stone skins. You know, I think we might want to go with every single buff we've got.
Something amiss. Vita mortis. Can I help?
Bless.
Bacho ferre.
Okay.
Bacho ferre. Well and good. Manus potentis.
Okay.
Manus potentis.
Okay. Alright.
Understood.
Okay, and finally... Death ward on him.
How may I serve you?
I want those.
I'll handle it. Agreed. Ready. Here. Orders.
Okay. Okay. Finally, I think we're good to go. Drink this.
I'm listening. Done.
All right. How's this gonna go down? Holy crap! I didn't think they were gonna have dragons in this game. Actual dragons.
So, you dare to follow me here. I think you will find that to be a
I thought you were a
mistake.
ghost.
Spoken like a true hero. Shall we put those words to the test? I feared as much, but I had little choice. It was a calculated risk. To cheat death itself, to be born anew, as you see me now, only by returning here could I do this.
I don't know. When they get old enough, they get smart.
When I built this lair, I included 2 special wards. One would serve as a beacon that would allow my spirit to find its way here upon my death, and the other would preserve a body almost indefinitely. I then reared 2 offspring, devoid of
Wait,
their
what?
spirits.
How'd you do
and
that?
placed their bodies in the preservation wards. The plan was simple. If I were to die, my spirit would return here and find a new body in which to live again.
You had babies that had no souls? Isn't that kind of creepy?
While their flesh was yet unformed, I warded the eggs so that no spirit could find a home within them. Would you rather I had bore them normally and then stripped their spirits from them? No. By doing what I did, they were nothing more than empty shells, ready for use. Unfortunately, their father felt as you do and objected to my plan. Had he agreed to it, he could have shared immortality with me. Yes, he attacked me and had to be slain. I regret, but it had to be.
Uh-huh. Lovely. Well, you found the creepiest road to immort... No, it's not the creepiest road to immortality I've ever heard. Still, it's up there.
Ages ago, dragonkind roamed Faerun freely. Then the civilized races came to power and began to encroach upon our lands. Bloody wars were fought in which your kind launched entire armies upon us. Against such numbers, even we soon fell.
Oh, seems to be a crap ton of dragons in Faerun. At least half of which seem to side with humanity.
Now
More or
we are
less.
solitary creatures who hide in caves in faraway lands. We fear sleep, for it is often the sleep of death if we are discovered. I was slain fighting for my homeland against an invading army. Ionan, a man of the 10 Tongues, wielded the blade that broke my heart. Yes, and history is written by the victors, as they say. It is also said that history repeats itself.
You know, I've always taken umbrage with that. Everyone always is like, yes, history is written by the victors. That's not actually true. History is written by those who can write. Really, that's what it comes down to. Anybody who can write writes. People who can't write, their history is just lost. Like, you could come in and you could occupy the shit out of another nation. I mean, you could totally stomp all over them, and yet they could still write down everything about what you did and what they think of it. You know what I mean? So.
Look at the plight of the barbarians. Even now, they are being driven from their lands by the 10 Towns.
Potentially. Possibly. Yes.
Soon they will be left with 2 choices, extinction or absorption. They are a proud people and will not bend. They will choose extinction. An entire culture will vanish, lost forever, all in the name of civilization, just as my culture has been lost. When I awakened from my sleep, I looked upon the world anew, and I was shocked to see how little had changed. My lands were still in the hands of the 10 Towns. The plight of the barbarians had not changed at all.
Really? So, how long were you asleep? And, if nothing has changed in all that time, why do you think they're going to be why are you so certain they're going to be wiped out imminently?
I saw a kindred spirit in Wolfdane, so I joined with him to end this tragedy once and for all. The sword of Ionan had a special enchantment, almost an intelligence of its own. When the fatal blow was struck, it somehow knew that I would be born anew. The blade broke, sacrificing itself that I might be trapped. My spirit lay within my shattered heart at the bottom of Lac Dinishare.
That sword that I gave that one guy the pieces of.
I can only guess that the blade was removed, allowing my spirit to go free.
Foolish water nymph, what have you done? Why is this my only option?
Never. My heart was shattered long ago, and all mercy bled from the wound. I lost my love, my life, and my kingdom. I shall reclaim it all, or I will pass into oblivion like most of my kind. Draw your blade. Let us end this now.
Alright. Okay.
Ready.
Alright. Do non-magical arrows work?
Have my ear right.
Probably not.
I'm listening.
Let's see. Suffocate it!
Here.
Chop Chop, I think you'll be the one who does most of this. You're kidding! Non-magical arrows work? You're dead. You're so dead. Oh shit, are those Sahagin princes? Let's throw a flame strike at this. Put an arrow in that guy so he stops spellcasting. Under priestess. King? Okay. Think. Throw acid at the king. He's less likely to have magic resistance. Aren't you dead yet? Forward. Looks like that flame strike is doing good. Arrows. Arrows. What else can we do to them? Let's hit you with a greater command, just because. Oh, okay, I think we got her. Hold on, I want to kill the Sahagin king, too. Scales. Sheesh. Where did these come from? Okay. Keep going. Did I trip one of them? Okay. Quickly! Grab that. And then identify a whole bunch of stuff. Shit. Okay, we gotta pack up a bunch of things in the middle of this fight. Nobody uses knives. Yeah, those harpies. You know why those harpies were so tough, don't you? Plus 2 bolts. Very nice. Ooh, a cloak of displacement. Yet another set of gauntlets of ogre power. Okay, let me see. What are we looking at? Okay. Ah. There. Oh. There you go. Something nice and warm to wear. The reason the harpies were so ridiculously dangerous is because they were spellcasters, and they could fling all kinds of spells at my weakest characters. Huh, shark skin and coral armor. When it comes to actual AC, like what this group of enemies tried to do, it's not so easy to fight my party. Of course, my whole party's buffs are expiring and they're all exhausted now. If this fight goes on much longer... I think she should stick to that one. Okay. Ah. Well, that too. Soul gem. You're sort of like a lich. Not quite. You know what? No, everyone back off. She never gets a chance to kill anything. Use one of those awesome bolts you got for the finishing blow. Just because. Do it! That's pretty cool. This big statue. And your characters have been exported. Wait, why? 2 level ups.
Name your task.
Alright. 6th level slot, but not a 7th one. Pooh. Oh well. Not a bad level, all things considered. We've been finding a lot of good clubs lately. I guess someone should know how to swing one. Can always use more Thaco.
Here, done. Orders?
Oh! So if I hadn't destroyed that thing, I'd have been fighting... In the other room, I'd have been fighting 2 of these? 2 dragons? Yes, I also link doors in my home to only open when I die.
With the death of a Kosarot spirit, centuries of hate were at long last put to rest. The tribes of the north and the people of the 10 towns sheathed their weapons and resumed their uneasy watchfulness of each other. It was a peace of sorts, for as long as peace ever lasts. Wulfdane's body was returned to the burial isle. With his return, the wailing of the virgins fell silent, and they slept beneath the earth with their king once again. And of those brave ones that came to defend the north, what of you? As I look upon you all, I see you as you once were, as you will be, branching out to glittering futures. Tales follow you, and tales await you, as they always do for those whose hearts yearn for adventure and glory.
Okay.
Though I need not say more of your future, for all that I have spoken of, all that I have seen, shall be revealed to you in time.
Okay. Oh! Are we back here finally? Huh, he's gone, so I can't ever return? Oh, well, I hope I never need to use those shops again.
I'm on it.
If I have to take another step, my
Well!
will fall off.
Yeah, there is an Icewind Dale 2. Well, I need to sell crap.
We should rest soon. I'm dying to get out of these clothes.
That's pretty awesome.
I think we've squeezed as much out of this day as we can.
Boy, they're all such whiners. Whine, whine, complain, complain. Icewind Dale 2 is 3rd edition, is it? Do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Let's see. Potions. Mind focusing. That's what I wanted. Before I use these awesome super scrolls, I want to make sure. Let's pick that up while I'm here. Put That's what I wanted to make sure I had. Now, I have a potion of genius. Don't I have 2 potions of genius? Okay, good. Alright, let's learn. Let's learn ourselves some scrolls. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt and the lycanthropy. Wish. I don't know if I'm actually going to get high enough level to use 9th level magic, but I know some scrolls.
I'm on it.
Okay, now I'll go over here and sell stuff. I got tons to sell.
Agreed.
Been a while since I've been to your shop. How's it going? Can I commission art for these white dragon scales? Dragon! I never thought I'd see something like this. I don't have much experience with exotic materials such as these, but I should be able to make some armor from them. I'll take it slow. Let's say 3 days to finish. I'll make sure it's right. These dragon scales don't grow on trees. Let's do it. Okay, now, sales. Please take 8 of these. What? Doggone it. It's gonna make me sell them one. Oh, it's depreciating value again. Of course, why not? What, you don't want a cloak of protection? Oh, that wasn't worth much. Anything else? Let's see. The shadowed plate can go. Oh, right, okay. Well. Yeah, this one's halfling only, right. I don't think you have a single item that I still want. Nope. Oh, look, the Troll Slayer. That could have been of use. No, I think I don't have a use for this money.
Done.
But hey, maybe the white dragon armor will be good. We're gonna go and we're gonna use the inn. Rest up, and then I guess we head back to the dungeon we were in, the dwarf place. Every place could use a temple of God in Faerun.
If I have to take another step, my feet will fall off.
Boop, boop. Okay. Oops. Ack. Oh. Ah, no. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, I'm gonna go slip off and grab something real quick. Okay.
Done.
Hey, you.
It is time for devotions and rest.
Okay. Rent! Yeah, that's what I thought. We were doing good on the resting back in that place with the Sahagin, but I am returned! And we're still not done resting. Ah. Boop. Okay. And we're ready. Come on. So who still hasn't gained a level? Let's see. Gretchen hasn't gained a fighter level yet. Oh, there we go. Dash and Slash hasn't gained a level yet today. Yep, right on the edge and pretty close. Everyone else is gonna be a while.
Orders?
We only rested 8 hours. He said 3 days to make the plate mail, the dragon armor, whatever it's gonna be. Baldur's Gate 2, it was plate mail, I think. It is? Are you sure? I love the music in this game. If that is the case, you should reset your internet, because so far as I can tell, everything should be going good. Okay. Well, now. We were in Dorn's Deep, as I recall.
Agreed.
The journey took 3 days and 8 hours. Oh, well, my dragon armor's ready now. But fatigue hasn't caught up with us yet, so I want to advance. I don't want to rest again.
I'm on it.
Ba-doop-ba-ba. Speed bumps. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see, where do we want to go? Did we go into this cave? See, it's been so long, I don't remember where I haven't been. I remember the Etten and Fungus War.
I see.
Did it just explode into bloody chunks? Die. It did. It exploded into bloody chunks.
I'm on it.
Okay, yeah, I was in there. To the barracks. Let's try the cave first. To the Bat Cave. Oh, hello. Oh crap, are you using up my super atomic death bolts? Cut that out. Start strumming.
Where they at?
Orders? Agreed.
And here, you want a taste
I'm
of this?
agreed.
Okay, let's see. There it is.
Ready.
Maybe we should be more marveling at the technological wonder that allows me to stream all over the world with only 6 seconds of delay. I mean, that's pretty wild.
Here I come. I'm on it.
Where is somebody's missing? You!
Orders?
Kill it!
I'm listening. I'm on it.
Okay. Kill it!
Here.
Okay.
Orders?
What do we got through this door? You caught up yet?
You have my ear.
Catch up!
I'm listening. Ready.
Okay, I explored this last time as well, I guess. Or maybe not. What's all this then? Skulls on strings. Most decorative. I guess they had a party here. A skull party. Razor vine extract. Property of mourns for trees. Okay.
Here. Done.
What is right?
Orders? Done.
Oh my gosh, I have to walk all the way around again. Alright. We haven't even cast a spell yet. We're just walking through everything. Oh, right! There are dark elves in this way. Ah. Those might be difficult, but we've gained a lot of levels. Yes. Actually, it does. They would have to have they would have to have guitars and violins and just a whole bunch of string instruments.
Agreed.
What? You ran out of arrows already?
Ready and willing.
I'm listening.
All they gave you was a knife? What, you came out here naked? Not even a robe? Huh. +1 knives at that.
Ready.
Methinks these were not the most popular dark elves. Think somebody set them up for failure.
Here I come. Hell's
Ooh, what's that?
Face me if you want. Time draws
Just explodes. 9,000 XP. Kaboom. I thought I heard extra archers. Alright. Oh, hi, you're late. Okay. What are these? Coffins? What are these?
You want me? Yes.
Is that another general? I don't even need to bother with anything fancy. She sees something scary. She can just... Oh, hey, something scary. Alright.
ready. I'm on it.
Surprise! Let's see, who do I want to hit most? Ah, you managed to get a stone skin. Oh, hey, look, a bunch of crap coming from that direction. Uh-oh.
I'm here. What's up?
Let me see. What would be appropriate for this? A cone of cold? I think yes.
Point me to a
Something
fight.
amiss? I'll take care of it.
I'm no problem.
Well, you got one of them.
Can I help?
I'm listening.
Got that. Kill that. Kill. Huh. You're right, that was Tazok's sprite. +1.
Orders agreed.
Okay. Load these up. Okay. So, what do we got going on here? They were all standing in front of this extremely well-guarded furnace. Guess they don't want me messing in it. Okay.
You want me? Very well.
Back to sneaking. Two generals. They don't even get to have +1 weapons. Just death. Then back to stealth. So what exactly is this room for? Those are some interesting chairs. Leading you right back to my party. Man, I need my party to start catching up.
Ready.
Surprise! You've made a terrible mistake.
Use some shut-eye.
Ready. And willing. We should, yes.
Oh, hello, what's all this now? Another general, marauder, orc elite, so-called elite. Follow me!
Point me to a fight.
Here. Agreed.
Back to sneaking along. What is this room for? Yeah.
My ear.
You want me?
Guess you might as well collect some arrows. Burning them up right quick you are. Okay. Shit. What's all this? They're all casting stone skin. Great. Let's try our newfound carrion crawlers. This could be fun. Maybe one of these. Ooh. Let's use a prismatic spray.
I'm listening. I stand.
Yo,
How may I serve you?
Hit him! That didn't do much. Disappointing. Gotta work off these stone skins. Okay, cut through that one. Alright, cut through that one. Ah! Level up! Darn. 5th level spell. Well, fine.
Your time draws near.
Nope, no, not those. Get rid of those. Do I even need money anymore? The answer is no, I do not. Will I pick up all the magic stuff to sell anyway? The answer is of course I will. You never know, there could be a shop standing right before the last boss who wants like 1,000,000 gold for his stuff. It could happen. You know what? I can put a couple of these things away.
Ready and willing. Right.
Ready. Agreed.
Yes, very well.
Oh, okay, that's a door. Doesn't look like a door. Alright, that leaves us with this room over here. And what have we here? A giant roulette table. Well, okay then. Ah, Bravern got bored and went home. Okay, that leads someplace.
Here. Agreed.
Let's go with the secret passage to Labyrinth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to fight David Bowie this morning. Let's try the secret door instead.
I'm on it.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Traps.
Will do.
Well, why aren't you detecting them?
I'm here. Right.
Yeah, I don't like this room.
What is your command?
Orders? I'm on it.
I don't like this room. What do I do here? Looks kind of like an arrow. Presumably there's a puzzle or a hint or something somewhere.
I'm listening.
But I don't see one right now, so... Darn, couldn't dodge, huh? Can't detect the traps, can't disarm the traps, and it seems like every tile is just a lightning bolt.
Done.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to find some clue to this elsewhere. There's no clue in this room. Okay.
Ready. Agreed.
Alright. Oh. This is my clue then. Hammer to anvil, cross somethings and the two rings.
Done.
Okay.
Here. I'm on it.
Okay.
Yes, on it.
Orders? Done.
The two rings. Whoa, 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 don't step in the wrong spot, man.
I'm listening.
Yep. Well, oh,
Ready.
he lowered his hammer.
On it. Here. Done.
I see. You made me leave the room because you didn't have an animation. I see.
Done.
We should rest soon. I'm dying to get out of these clothes.
Fork.
Yes.
Something
Sorry,
immediate.
careful, careful, careful.
No problem.
Orders?
Tver's note. This trap has left me for dead, but it's just as well. I have felt the evil within me since the moment I set foot in this crypt. My actions are no longer my own, my thoughts confused, my will gone. Perhaps another will discover the disturbance before it manages to overcome them. I found another route through a gaping hole in one of the prison cells in this Orog-infested area above this chamber. But that led to yet more of their foul kind and a large grotesque beast I could have sworn was speaking to me. Perhaps the evil was in my mind even then. Kai.
I'm listening. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Wow. This beautiful monument appears to represent dwarven craftsmanship in the art of metallurgy. It also seems to have one time been something functional. It's a nice grand stairway. Well, that's it. It's decided. This is our new home, guys. We're keeping this place. Wipe out all the Orogs and anyone else here. Defiler! Oh, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go, so I don't know if that labyrinth was the correct way or if this is the correct way. It's not skipping, it's exploring. Have you come to desecrate the remains of our home? Maybe. No, not desecrate per se. Then why do you disturb the Temple of Moradin? 2 catastrophes occurred within Dorn's Deep. The first was destruction of our community at the hands of orcs. More recently, it has been the occupation of our cemetery, the Tears of the Dead, by the necromancer Terracan. Throughout the history of Dorns, we always had to contend with the orc hordes that threatened our way of life. However, thanks to inspired diplomacy between the leaders of our community and the elves of the Severed Hand, we forged an alliance that kept both our homes safe from harm. Corruption from within led to a falling out between our peoples. No longer organized into an effective, cohesive whole, it was only a matter of time before the orcs overran both settlements. I am not certain, but it was apparent, at least from our perspective, that someone was deliberately attempting to seed mistrust between the dwarven and elven communities. When the orcs began appearing far better equipped than in times previous, the elves began to suspect dwarven smithies were in league with the horde. The elves felt we could not control our appetite for gold, so we were accused of providing orcs with superior armament. Later, the elves took their accusations a step further and accused us of arming the orcs with the intention of having them destroy the Severed Hand. Not any dwarf within Dorn's Deep, I can tell you that much. We were warriors, not betrayers. If truth be told, I believe both communities were deceived by someone within one of our own families. I know not whom, but I hope that when that person meets their end, they will feel the pain of every dwarf and elf that lost their lives. Terracan is a wretched necromancer that came to Dorn shortly after the strife that put an end to our community. He was aware of the tragedy that gripped Dorn's Deep, and knew it would serve as fertile ground to continue his research. During the construction of the Deep, we had the misfortune of uncovering a cavern that housed an ancient vortice from the negative energy plane. Now, I don't know if some being from that plane felt our presence, or if the vortice itself was disturbed by the intrusion, but shortly thereafter undead began to appear. At first, it was merely a skeleton or two, nothing we couldn't handle, but over time, we received more and more reports of undead sightings. In the end, I don't think any of us were prepared for what would become known as the Battle of the Dead. Have you ever thought of not burying your dead, but just burning the bodies instead? You ever think about doing that? Maybe. I mean, you're living on top of a vortex to the negative energy plane. I mean, some simple precautions, maybe. One morning, our community awoke to the screams of the son of Jamath. He'd been playing within one of the caves near the forge and claimed he had seen a small group of skeletons. We sent a few men down to investigate. They returned badly wounded. Hundreds of skeletons, zombies, ghouls, and other undead had suddenly appeared in the vortex cave, preparing to attack the settlement. With time working against us, we assembled our remaining soldiers and went forth to vanquish the deceased. You know, filling up the entire cave with a vortice with cement isn't a bad idea either. Or since you don't have cement and it's not been invented yet, you could figure out something with stone. You're dwarves. You can figure this out. No. No Dornsdorf would concede defeat while our community was threatened. Our wounded began to accumulate, and many of our brethren joined their attackers in mutual unrest that day. Just as if it appeared we might have to retreat, a miracle occurred. From within the tides of flesh and bone emerged Jarmuth, hacking at the dead around him with a fevered glee, bellowing with laughter. With each swing of his weapon, the undead around him disintegrated, regardless of whether he struck them or not. It was beautiful to see, my friend. Jarmuth and our community were touched by Moradin that day. We later discovered the vortice that had brought forth the undead was somehow reversed, returning the spirits to their home within the negative plane of energy. Yes, once our community no longer inhabited these chambers, Terrican took up residence in the halls of heroes, with determination to restore the vortice. That seems like a bad idea. He was convinced that if he unlocks its secrets, he will be able to manipulate other vortices throughout Faerun. Sounds like a terrible idea. Terrican knew no mortal man could ever master the vortice. Shortly after his arrival in our home, he began preparing himself with the rituals necessary to become a lich. Fortunately, Terrican must have neglected some of the proper enchantments, as the power he wields are inferior to much of his kind. Terrican is much more powerful than I. I am fortunate I continue to inhabit these chambers with my own mind. Once Terrican learns of any dead within these halls, he seeks to destroy their will with his necromancer arts. Anything that lives, he slays. That would not be an easy task. You cannot destroy Terrican by striking him down. It is his life force that sustains him, not his shell. Phylactery. Yep. Standard lich stuff. Okay, he's placed it in the crypt. Got it. The phylactery is not something that can be destroyed by common means. To destroy it, you'll have to remove it from this plane. Why? That is where fortune favors us. The very vortice that Terrican is studying can destroy him as well. It lies within the Hall of Heroes, inside the tomb of Jarmuth. Any undead being, regardless of power, is pulled back into that dreadful plane of existence upon entry into this tomb. That is why I have never been able to enter the tomb myself. But to reach the Hall of Heroes, you need to pass through the Tears of the Dead, where Terrican resides. Not only that, but the great door in the Hall of Heroes is locked, and I'm certain Terrican possesses the key. If you defeat Terrican's physical form, make haste to the Halls of Heroes, for he will only be subdued for a short while. Oh, who are you? Nay, I am known as Norlinor. While alive, I served as a priest of Moradin, for our church is here within Dorm's Deep. Specifically, I was given the title Artisan of the Forge. It was my duty to maintain this place. I died defending the temple. I did not anticipate revisiting it in the afterlife. The presence of Terrican the Necromancer, who's taken up residence in the Tears of the Dead, has quenched the flames that gave the forge life. With the forge cold, the spirits of the dead have become restless, forced from their tombs into servitude for that monster. Almost all the dead of Dorn's Deep are now enslaved by Terrican. I fear I am the only one who remains free. Terrican's transformation into a lich has caused enough negative energy to be drawn into the area that even our forges and machines have been affected. Perhaps destroying Terrican could bring the forge to life again. One thing is for certain. As long as the forge remains cold, the spirits of Dorn's Deep are denied our final rest. I mean, you have to have people attending your forge. We'd have to bring a population in here to keep the forges burning constantly. Great! 3 paths! Feel like I just moved a rock in The Legend of Zelda. Here's the dead, here's the... Okay! Alright. Let's poke David Bowie's domain.
Agreed.
This place is pretty cool.
Done.
Let's see.
I'm on it.
I could use some shut-eye.
Ah, boy.
Dying to get out of these clothes.
It is time for devotions and
I'm on it. Ready. I'm on it.
Proceed no farther, traveler, as I would speak with you. I am not what you see. I was a master transmuter, a red wizard of Thay. My knowledge vast and my name was Siblik. Tan of my mistakes. One grew tired, used my precious magics to make that which I am. Having much confusion as days move on, must tell you I am frightened. Orogs that roam the passages, my passages, are my creations. They have much contempt for me. I cannot leave my form. I owe punishment for my ambition. I derive pleasure for altering against their will. I have much regret. What is done is done. I cannot excuse my actions or my intents. I am not alone in guilt, and I am consumed with hatred for one. Responsibility rests not on my soul alone. I am but a pawn. I must be brief as I grow tired. You can help others and help me within these caves. The Orogs have a leader, not only that role, but another he fills. He is one of 6, his presence and others here to prevent intrusion, placed by the one that would wrong myself and many, many others. Without his existence, his minions will scatter and the evil drow weaker. I'm afraid there may be no other way. I remain overcome with guilt. I cannot excuse my actions, however my relevance in this world flickers and a far greater injustice burns bright. I am very grateful and know your actions extend beyond my plight. Before you leave, you will be in possession of a symbol, a badge you must obtain. Return with this, and I will know you are true to your word. I'll attempt to provide more insight then. If I bring you the badge, you'll turn back into a human and probably betray me. What, like I believe a word of what he said?
Yes.
I am not so trusting an adventurer. Gullible adventurers don't live this long. No Orogs.
yes, as you wish.
Orders?
This looks like a job for screaming, exploding skulls.
I'm here. You alright?
Whoops. More screaming, exploding skulls, please.
Ready? Yes.
I'm listening.
And maybe a cone of cold? I guess I don't have one right now.
I'm listening. I'm on it.
Maybe a web.
Yes, right.
You just walking through my web? What's up with that? I think not. Back into the shadows, slipping around. Okay. There we go. Eh. Seriously, when it comes to DPS, you can't beat her. If only she could find a quiver of infinite +3 arrows. Oh, then I'd be so happy. Or just a bow that produces those. What is this? I'm afraid I've been duped! Bandoth indicated where I might find the door to the forge, but I was unable to find any trace of it. I was prepared to search later on this evening, but a group of Ettins have encamped in the passage north of where I am now, and I am in no condition to be running past them. Hopefully I'll get another opportunity to search the old meeting hall of the dwarves. Earlier, I uncovered some writings regarding a room within these walls that leads to lower segments of the complex. I can only assume that this room lies behind the door I have yet to find. To make matters worse, the same writing inferred that the room contained a puzzle that was designed to keep invaders from discovering and desecrating the cemetery and forge. Perhaps Bandoth can provide more assistance. What's this? Looks like a bridge or something, but can't see any purpose to it. Oh, it fell from above! A bridge fell down here. Oh. Huh? Another dead end? Okay.
Here. Agreed.
You want me? Yes.
It's gotta be this way then, right?
Ready.
I think. Dead ends. Okay. Well, there's got to be a way to get here.
I could use some shut-eye.
Here?
Should rest soon.
Here.
Dying to get
Orders?
out of these
I'm on it.
clothes. Yes, yes.
Oh. It is time for
I'm listening.
How may I serve you?
I'm out of skulls.
Can I help? I'll take care of it.
Yes.
You want me? Right.
Ready.
Kill. Okay, back together. Play your song.
Right.
Resume the stealthing. We'll slip along.
I'm listening. I'm on it.
You
This
won't
is the
yet.
right way.
Are you ready for me?
Who are you? What do you do here? You found him. What do you want? You will get nothing. You will die. But I just want your gym badge. They'll never let me the Elite Four without it. I don't even have to get into melee anymore. Why risk melee? As you know by now, your master and creator is gone. Melivon, Sablik's associate, will now be handling all magical affairs to be done in the Artisan's District. You are the strongest of your kind, and thus it is to you that I extend Sablik's badge of lieutenancy, used as a symbol of your authority that I have loaned you. If ever you and the others need to have an audience with me, you must bring the badge with you. Think of it as a key, one of 6 keys to a lock. Do not lose it. I am placing you and the other Orogs in charge of defending the upper reaches of Dorn's Deep. It is your new home. Do with it as you wish, but always submit to my will and the will of Ilmater. Your nearest peer is Craig Frostbeard in Worm's Tooth. If you are in need of assistance, call upon him and his kin for aid. Defend the stronghold with your lives, for if you survive the failure, your suffering will be monumental. If you have trouble understanding any portion of this letter, have Adinarak or one of the other Drow mercenaries explain it to you. In the blood of our father, RBP.
Yes. Yes.
Well, there's at least one more for me to snipe. Surprise! Oh, another one. Whoops, another one. Looks like there's nothing going on here.
Ready.
We should rest soon.
That's it? Just a badge?
These clothes.
Just a badge. I brought you the badge!
It is time for devotion.
Here. Agreed.
I am forever in your debt. I cannot speak much longer. I must tell you that each of the 6 have a badge. Should you go in search of him, you will need to obtain each of them. I must rest.
Orders?
Uh-huh. I done trust him.
Agreed.
Well, I guess there's nothing else to do there. Potato comes in many forms. Ow.
Done. I'm on it. I'm listening. Agreed.
Alright. I choose the left. And the undead adventures begin.
Insurgent, culture, Imperium.
Great. I hope they're vulnerable to arrows. Better use a sword for you. Oh, that worked.
You want me?
So arrows? Arrows work.
Here, I'm on it.
Philosophical.
Ready and willing.
Yes?
Orders? Agreed.
Take it to him.
Something amiss? Immediately.
I'm on it.
You want to take this? You should rest soon. Time to get out of these clothes. Yes. Yes.
Oh. It is time for devotions and
What? I'm hiding. I see.
Can I help? Here? Vita Mortis.
Ha ha ha!
Name your task. I'll take care of it.
Well, come on down. See how that works out for you. Oh look, suddenly I've gained control of your zombies. Suddenly they're all my zombies. The power of being an evil cleric. Now you have to fight your own undead. Weapon ineffective? Okay, that's fine. Doggone it. There. That's right. Keep wasting all of your good spells on your own undead that I took from you. And my summons. Let's see.
Here.
what is your command? I will be happy to.
Something amiss? I'll take care of it.
I'm listening. Done.
Okay.
Ready.
Alright, we've got some exploring to do.
Point me to a fight.
Orders?
I'm no problem.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna be.
We should rest soon.
Whoa!
Ready.
Yes, I'm listening. Where are they at? What's up? I stand ready. Right.
Can I help?
Let's take it.
guess we should keep going.
Point me to a fight, no problem.
Great.
I'm for fight. Yeah, righto. Yes? No problem.
I'm listening. Done.
You know what? Every time that lich gets up, you need to be standing right there to put it down.
Yes.
Key! Ah,
Ready. Done.
and on.
I'm on it.
Might as well have just left it under a doormat. Ah,
You want
call that security. This feels like the kind of place where one would be suddenly assaulted by a bajillion foes from both sides. Hello, Lich. You're back. Why is it you can see me when I'm hidden? It's not magically hidden. It's just regular old everyday hidden.
Let's spill some blood.
He's casting Animate Dead.
Here. Agreed. I'm listening. Agreed.
Forward march!
Done. Here. Done.
He's probably gonna pop back up any second.
On it.
We should rest soon. Dying to get out of these clothes.
Oh. It's time for potions and rest.
I have occupied this empty tomb for several days now, and I will be attempting to cross the cemetery once again tomorrow morning. The door to the outside passage is locked, and I know the key rests within a container built into the side of the forge monument. With some stroke of luck or higher intervention, I was able to avoid the attention of the dreadful lich on my last trip across. But upon inspection of the forge, I was able to locate the receptacle. It seems likely that the monument will need to be restored to its original working state before the container's whereabouts could be determined, but I've been unable to locate anything remotely resembling a switch, lever, or the like that would activate it. I can only assume that the Lich is responsible. As long as he is present within these chambers, I will be unable to find the key and unable to escape. I have found powerful magic within these tombs. Even if by some amazing stroke of luck I was able to dispatch that foul creature, he has undoubtedly hidden his life force in a container beyond these walls. Without his destruction, his absence from this world is purely temporary. And upon returning, I do not dare dwell on the horrible fate that would be stalking me. I'm expecting that lich to pop up again any moment. Oh, crap, there it is! Oh, I thought he was going to pop up where it had been before. Great.
I'm listening. I'm on it.
Trap. There's a lot of journals in here. I knew not fear until today. It was not taught in my youth, nor acquired through my years, yet somehow it has suddenly arrived at my door, ready to consume all which I have valued and all which I have loved. The humans, the elves, only they are capable of such character. Only they are able to bend when those around them need them most. Only they. I cannot face my people now, for I am a changed man, and I will not return to accept that of which I am undeserving. Please forgive me.
Get on it.
Let me see, hold on a second. Oh, hey, I found this phylactery. Just sitting around over here. Let me see, sounds like something a bard would know.
Here. Agreed.
Ah, fork, it's still going.
What is your? I would be happy to.
Great. Well, let's just wait for this spell to expire, eh? There it goes. Hmm.
Orders, I'm on it. I'm listening.
Sean? Oh. I guess it's kind of cold and it's bards only, huh? Here you go. Why not? A great monument was completed today, and it was a wonder to see. If there was any doubt to the significance of my role in the Dorn community, let it now be laid to rest. There are those who find pride and glory in the chase, traveling above the underground to ensure the good fortune of our home. But I am not among them. I must admit, I too would take up arms, should my name be called, to protect those around me. But until that day, I feel myself far more resourceful crafting the weapons than wielding them. In honor of our new marvel, I've created a special blade that I will place with the other items commissioned for the monument receptacle. Should the day come, our way of life is defended by the sole survivor. He will fight with the will of many, knowing that I have provided him with the weapon worthy of such an honor. May this blade never be wielded, and if one day it is, may it serve its owner well. Here, hold this! Imprisonment! There, now only a 9th level wizard can get at it.
We should rest soon. Dying to get out of these clothes.
Or I mean, a wizard capable of 9th level magic. Not a level 9 wizard. Mail of Life. Well, now what is this? Doesn't look like its AC is quite up to the part. Yeah, still it's pretty cool. Alright. The Lich is back, I know he is.
Here I come, and the hells come
You
with
want
me.
Make sure you stay stocked up on arrows. now that everything's not immune to arrows, I'm just using them like crazy again. This Lich is having a bad day.
I'm listening. Done.
Where they at? No problem.
Yes, yes.
Ready. Done.
You're blind, aren't you?
Here. Done.
What's this? +2 AC. Various other things, but +2 AC. Oops.
Right.
Oh, it's over here.
Point on it.
Hmm.
What is your command? Yes.
Orders? Agreed.
Only one left. Oh, look, he's back.
We should rest soon.
As I said, he's been having a bad day. Okay, let's see. So, Super Helm. Wait, did I read this one yet? Okay, I have that one to read, and I have that one to read. Okay, put hat on. Pooh. Okay, let's see. Actually, no, I'm plenty happy with what she's already wearing. Oh. Nice axe. Not a bad long sword. +3, +1 AC. I think we're doing better on long swords than that. Liches never get tired of death. Okay, we've got a problem. This door doesn't open. Alright, let's read the last couple journals. Let's see what we got here. Let's read Terrican last. Evane. The last few weeks have been a blur, but I will recount it as best I can. Arriving at Dorn's Deep in the middle of the night did not lead to a warm welcome by the dwarves, especially with what had come to pass between our races. As expected, the dwarves were very apprehensive of what I had to say. There were too many fresh and open wounds between both our peoples. Situations like this are never evil, but I consider myself as good a diplomat as father, perhaps better. Each day I spent in the council did not end until late in the evening, and always in pure exhaustion. We argued and bickered over the recent past events. Although we still continued to spend countless hours in council, the dwarves began to trust that I had no maliciousness behind my words. The dwarves agreed to a treaty in the name of the greater good of both our races later that week. I had been successful in my part. I saw hope for the first time in months. The only thing left was to return home and convince my own people that this was our only chance at true salvation. The hardest part would be to convince Father, but he will listen. He must listen, else let our people face death. The next morning almost made the last few weeks' works in vain. A dwarven scout arrived and told us of a large orcish army he had seen only a few hours away. With little time to prepare, our defenses were overrun and the orcs began to pour into Dorn's Deep. We began our retreat into the depths of Dorn's Deep. Key passages were collapsed to cover our movements and buy us time. Even in such dire conditions, this allowed the dwarves to control when and where we would fight. Every battle cost the orcs dearly, as the dwarves fought on their terms, but we were still being driven farther and farther back. Even now we make preparations to retreat further into Worm's Tooth Glacier. Even as grim as this sounds, I still have hope. Hope that I will tell Father of how I fought side by side with our dwarven friends, as in the days of old. Hope that he will hear the tales of the dwarves who sacrificed their lives so that I may return home someday to reunite both our peoples. Hope to see my father's stubborn face again. For my people and the Seldarine's hand. Yvain. Evening 19. This portion of the deep has been a pleasant surprise, to say the least. Not only do I have the ancient dwarven deterrents provide me much seclusion in my work, I have gained the ability to have their spirits become my unwilling servants in knowledge. Soon I will begin my final transcendence, and my ascended existence within this region will ensure that my power is without challenge. My new minions, unable to ever find their peace as long as my thoughts occupy what is left of their minds. Morning 23. A curious experience today. I finally managed to open the door to Jemoth's tomb, and upon entering I was overcome with fatigue. At first I felt as though I may have unintentionally sprung a trap, but upon revisiting the tomb later I discounted that probability. I felt as though the life itself were leaving my body and twisting my coherence. I will need to investigate this room farther in the future to exercise caution. I feel as though there may be something within these chambers that would challenge my occupation of these halls. Morning 26. I have given up attempting to open the door to the Worm's Tooth. I had hoped to have visited the area to gather some necessities for my rite of passage, but it appears to be impossible to move the door in any way without its key. I know from my readings of the lore scattered about that the key was placed in or around the dwarven monument outside the cemetery, but its hiding place appears impossible to find in the forge's current state. I'm afraid that without certain resources, the process will render me weaker than I'd originally intended, but I appear to have no choice but to use what I have. Tomb of Jemoth, also within the Hall of Heroes. Okay. I don't see any giant swirling nexus of negative energy in here, but alright. Who's got it? The cleric? Okay.
Immediately.
Am I missing something? Jemoth's tomb. Need to obtain a soul container and bring it to the tomb of Jemoth. Well, Well? Am I missing something? Now what?
Orders?
Oh! Terrakin's phylactery is suddenly risked from your possession and disintegrates in midair. A horrible howling is heard in the area, continuing for a small eternity. Okay. Right then.
Agreed.
Take it to him. I give you some shut-eye.
I'm listening. Done.
We should rest soon.
Alright. Hmm.
Time for devotions and
Ready. Agreed.
I'll take that.
Here. Agreed.
I'm on it.
Okay, so are these all just +1 garbage, or, Here, hold on a second. You know what? I'm just gonna let you hold this. Still don't know what that potion's for. Ooh. +2 AC. Wait, I'm not allowed to equip it? Not equipable by bards. Well, okay. Boo. Straps?
Yes?
Yes, he just adores leather straps. How did you know that?
Where are they?
Orders? Done.
It's just gonna be more +1 garbage. Oh, well, those 4 are too hard to reach. We'll just ignore them.
Name your task.
I'm listening.
It's good to be getting some crossbow bolts. Yeah, but that short sword was clearly meant for rogues only. They really should just write rogues only on them instead of listing all the things not allowed to equip it.
Ready.
Alright, I think we're just about done looting this place. Wait, one more corner. Don't really see a way up there. Okay, we're done looting this place.
I'm on it.
Hey buddy, we took care of the undead. Where'd he go? He's gone. The room is unexplored. In other words, they had to make a new room model for it. Ah, the hearth warms the room. So is my heart warmed with the knowing that my brothers will return to their rest. We owe you much, traveler. If you gaze upon the forge, you will notice the outline of a receptacle. Within is the key to the door in the Hall of Heroes that leads to the Worm's Tooth Glacier. I have faith that the answers you seek will become clearer once you reach the glacier. Thank you again, friend, and may Melodin smile upon you. Also, my new home has a giant, awesome forge in it. That's cool. I'm just gonna reach into this magma. Is this that thing that guy was waxing poetical about? Just a +4 axe. Seems special about that. It's just one of the most powerfully magical weapons ever.
Orders?
Not interesting.
We should rest soon. I'm dying to get out of these clothes.
We have used exhausted some of our magic, but I don't think it's quite time to rest just yet. Not just yet.
Agreed.
But where'd all this come from? I cleared this place out. The dead are all supposed to be at rest.
I'm listening. Done.
Something amiss?
How may I serve you? I would be happy to.
Ready. Done.
And these ones are tough, too. Seem to be out of magic missiles.
I'm listening.
Orders?
Leave Dashy alone.
I'm listening.
Why are they so tough?
You want me?
Can I help?
What the hell was up with that?
Ready and willing.
Point me to a fight. What is your command? Yes,
Do you need me?
I could use some shut-eye.
Vita
Eh.
mortis.
Oh, it is time for devotion.
Okay.
Here?
Orders?
Alright, we're ready for this.
Agreed.
Fighting their way through the Orogs in the upper chambers, the party descended deeper into the bowels of the dwarven stronghold. Gradually, the hewn passageway transitioned from stone to ice, as if the dwarves had run out of room within the mountain and had expanded their tunnels into the adjoining glacier.
As if.
Icy blasts of wind whipped through the passage as it wound its way through the glacier and out onto the frozen surface above.
Okay. Whoa! Trolls! Well, we have a lot of experience fighting these. Die! Man, that last hit point of theirs is always so durable.
As you wish.
More?
Ready. Here I come.
Bacio Ferre.
Finally. Roast those two. Perfect. Huh. Not buried by snow or anything, just sitting out.
Here. Orders, I'm on it.
Ah. Some of us need time to recover.
Ready. And right. You want me? Very well. We should rest soon. Ready. Right.
I love that fire elementals count as fire damage for troll busting.
Here. Agreed.
I'm here. Right.
Orders, I'm on it.
You want right. Ready. Yes.
What do we have over here?
I'm listening. Agreed.
Yeah. Yes.
Or Etten?
Ready. Done.
I'm here. Right.
Keep scout. Oops. God, Etten's move slow. They're like just asking to be filled with arrows. We've almost fully healed off that bard regeneration again. I love that.
We should rest soon.
Best bard song ever.
You want right.
Orders.
Too late. Fire elemental was too slow. Go finish that thing off, would you? Oh yeah, you're still blind. I keep forgetting.
You want me?
What's up? Right
Ready. Very well. Let's spill some.
We might have to rest now for just to make sure that we have enough fire. Well, we can move a bit further yet.
You want me? Very well.
We've still got the minute meteors.
We should rest soon. I'm dying to get out of these clothes.
The noises they make remind me of stuff from Ragnarok Online, their ice dungeon.
Ready, yes.
Orders?
Oh hey, there's my fire elemental.
Something immediate.
Got it.
I'm listening.
I'm here, yes.
She gets so much damage out of each arrow, but she also fires them like a machine gun. Her and her fully automatic longbow. Oh yeah. A lot. An immense amount. I think I even did a couple of short Ragnarok streams, but not anything like... I played on Lightside Legend was the server. It was, what was it? Like a 10x server? 10x, 12x, something like that. Anyway, it was great. I played, my main was a gunslinger. Man, people hated guns. I know the game's changed a hell of a lot since I played, because it's been a long, long time, so my stuff is old. But, yeah, people hated the gunslinger class. Like, you try to party up, and people would just outright insult you for being a gunslinger. But after a while, I figured out. See, I actually reached level 99 with 2 separate gunslingers. One of them was kind of a PvP War of Imperium build, built around Desperado and stuff. and is actually really effective in War of Imperium if you positioned yourself right and would Desperado a guild when they'd all come bursting in. But the other one, I discovered that I could use Gatling gun skills with pistols. It's, yeah, with, you know, you could just barely pull it off with the skill tree if you ignored some of the stuff everyone took for granted as, you know, things you were supposed to have. You could get the Gatling gun skills, you could trigger them, and you could hit max attack speed with the pistols, which had an additional 50% chance of double attacking, and flinch lock most enemies. So, you know, you're in that big freaking tower, you know, the big nasty dungeon, I forget what it was called, it was a tower, and you could just be like, that enemy can't move anymore. It can't, it's flinch locked. It's just slowly dying, and it's flinch locked, and it's actually really handy. And I had a ridiculously powerful high priest. I had built the priest just because I wanted to farm this one gun that had been added to the game, the Western Outlaw. Nameless Island had just been added to the game, and everyone was like afraid of the dungeon. Like, my priest just lived there. Not even as a high priest, like even when I was leveling as a regular priest, because one kill would be a level up. So, you know, and turn undead is a thing. And I got ridiculously good at just surviving perpetually there. Entire parties of adventurers would sometimes come in there, and I'd just be like, hey, want another priest? They'd be like, sure, of course. We'd travel a little bit, and, you know, I'd be healing and doing my part, but their entire party would get wiped out. This happened so many times. And it's like, okay, start rezzing them, and, oh, nope, they got wiped out again. They'd give up, and I'd just be like, oh, well, I'll just continue wandering this place alone, farming these guns. Jeez. Yeah. I had a lot of fun with Ragnarok Online. Yeah, shops. You're probably referring to a crap ton of shops, because people would make merchants and then just leave them. They'd just go AFK and leave the merchants running. I picked a few goods and cornered the market on them by literally just any time someone would sell those items less expensive than the price I had decided upon, I just buy their entire stock and add it to mine. Basement entrance, but what's this up here? Rickety bridge. Where does this go? I have so many options. Well, let's try the museum. This'll be interesting. Ragnarok Online? I believe that the game has basically turned inside out since the days I played. From what I've heard, they really altered it massively. I don't know if they ever released Ragnarok 2. They kept talking about it and they were developing it, but I haven't heard anything. And of course, there's still a shit ton of fan servers on top of the Korean and international servers and everything else, with all kinds of weird stuff that the fan servers add to the game. Let's see. What do we got up here? I gotta get you unblinded. More Yetis!
Ready, yes.
Hmm.
Have my ear.
A lot of my mid-range spells are gone. Oh, I still have a flame strike. That'll be interesting.
Here I come. The hells come with me. Orders?
Are you ready?
Another weird thing you could do with the gunslinger back, you could... See, all their weapons were two-handed, but they had shields in the game that anybody could equip, that all classes could equip. So you could technically equip a shield, but you wouldn't have a weapon. But if you hotkeyed it right, you could alternate between shooting and having the shield up. And as long as you're using certain skills and abilities, you could basically perpetually have a shield up while shooting, effectively.
Do you need me?
There was actually a lot of weird nuance to the class that I never saw other players using. On the rare occasions I did see players run a gunslinger, which was almost never.
Here. Orders?
For money,
Agreed.
I'm gonna head back and rest and get my armor. My super armor that I made. So, for Ragnarok Online, I was starting to say most of the money you want to get, it's... See, to actually farm money, to create new income, the best way to do it was, I think, Bathory in... God, I think it was in the Clock Tower. You could kill them and sell their drop, their junk drop, to shops. But most of the time, if you wanted money, the way to get it was to get it from other players. So you would harvest things, you'd basically harvest items that other people would want to purchase from you, and then sell it to them. But what I found was the trick was to just kind of play the market. So everyone would set their shops up in, I think they like to set their shops up in Payon and Prontera. They had a few places where all the merchants would be. Nobody had a shop in this one town, but I knew my class. Gunslingers always had to go to this town for, like, it was the place where you'd buy your bullets and everything else. So I set my shop up right at the entrance, right where they had the teleporter. So, you know, it would save you a trip of having to walk back and forth to this gunslinger shop to buy bullets. And I sold bullets, and I made, like, no profit on it. I charged, like, one penny more than their regular cost. Just, you know, I wasn't really making a profit on those, but it was a convenience. And I sold all the items that related to gunslingers that gunslingers would want. You needed coal and rusty screws and all this weird crap that most players would just dump. Most players didn't know that these items had any value or use at all, so they just dumped them in shops on NPC vendors. They treated them like vendor trash. So early on I farmed my own. But then, once I gathered enough money, anytime any player would be selling any of those items at less than the prices, I basically decided this is what this item's worth, this is what this item's worth, this is how much money this item's worth. Anytime someone would underbid me by any significant amount, I'd just walk up and buy their entire stock. And usually they'd only be selling, you know, a little bit, but it was enough to keep my own stock full all the time. And I would be making a profit. I basically was a one-man cartel for 5 or 6 items. I had I was the only shop servicing gunslingers, the only shop in the entire town, and I had all the stuff that they'd want. And I was able to make a good profit at that. And I can't imagine trying to make all the money by wandering around farming. it doesn't make sense to me to play it that way. The only thing I would farm, I mentioned the Western Outlaw, those guns. The amount people would charge for one of those was absolutely unbelievable, the amount of they wanted to charge for those things. So that was one of the things that I sold. But mostly I farmed them just because I wanted to make a really freaking badass gun for my gunslingers. My gunslingers had to share, though. I made one badass gun. It's like, okay, you guys are gonna have to share this. You don't get one apiece. Alright. Let's go get our thing. Because of the transit time, I think I'm going to try to rest back at that place. Yeah. I've heard about, it's not so much, I mean, there's gold farmers in every nation, but actually, if I understand it right, North Korea, their prison system, they literally have forced labor to gold farm MMOs. Oh hey, cool. Thanks. I mean, that is just the most insane, surreal thing ever. Let me see. That is a significant improvement. You'd have to give up... Pity, this is a really freaking good ring. Yeah, I know, but it's a really good ring. Oh well. But it's a really good ring. Alright. Now that is an amazing piece of armor, though. Okay, anybody carrying any garbage? Here, to have the dead man's face. Oh, right, you're carrying it now. It was part of the game. I mean, if you want the crazy business stories, you want EVE Online. Oh, jeez, the stories that come out of that game are unbelievable. Like, just incredible. A lot of players play that game and they just literally work a crappy job. They like literally just work a crappy job for some in-game company. Every company in the game, all those in-game companies are run by players. But then there are... Man, this thing is worth a lot. But yeah, it's just... Like, if you've never heard the stories from it, then I don't know what to say.
I'm on it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no, like, economists actually study EVE Online, and it's crazy. Like, there's no governments or anything in it. It's like there's a bank. This bank had been running for I don't know how many years. It had tons of employees. It's this big banking system doing everything a bank does. Then one day the guy who owns it decides, well, it's time. Takes all the money. Just takes everybody's money and goes. And like the real world value of this was in the hundreds of thousands of, and the players were like screaming at the developers, and the developers are like, we just keep the world spinning. That's all we do. We just keep the world spinning. What are you talking to us for? We don't regulate this thing. We just make it. That's what you players do is what you players do. It has had all kinds of Ponzi schemes and things. A lot of just big business going on within the game, within the game's context, and from what I understand, most of the top players, most of the players that make a ton of money and own huge corporations and things in their world are actual real-life, real-world CEOs. They understand business, and they're good at it, so they go into this game that's all about business and corporations and things, and they kick ass in it because they would. Yeah. I have no intention of getting into EVE Online, but, man. You could place bounties on any player. I think that you can attack and... I know that any spaceship can be attacked and destroyed and looted. See, I haven't played the game, so I've only heard the stories and the outrageous tales from it. But I know that any ship can be attacked anywhere at any time. Protecting your assets against pirates is a huge part of the gameplay. I know that much. Though, I know that the amount you can spend on a ship is absolutely unreal if you wanted to just build the biggest, craziest ships. Yeah, Ultima Online, I've heard some of the stories from that one as well. And, that one gets pretty crazy, too. It was more than Richard Garrett could handle after a while. He eventually had to bow out of the market, I think. And then he tried to make... What was it that he tried to make after that? Some game... It's defunct now. He went into he actually went into space in the middle of the game's development, which yeah, he just left. I think his father, I think his name's Richard Garrett, right? Lord British? I think it's Richard Garrett. Anyway, I think his father had been an astronaut or something. I forget the story. I thought I had said rent. Oh shit, I think I did. Oops. Oops. I'm getting to the place where I'm not paying enough attention to my rests. Because I'm so used to them taking for freaking ever. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't crash. I'm sorry. Come on. This is why I save often. Okay, it is Richard Garriott. Or however his name is pronunciated. Okay, good. Okay. Alright. We have our new atomic super armor. And holy crap, is it amazing. You should be able to hold off anything. That's what we need. A whole bunch of really nerdy country songs. Yes, I would actually listen to some of them. Maybe. Nerdy country music. That's gotta be a subgenre now. It's perfect. Autosave didn't save me, and I lost 6 weeks of progress.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to rest over here. Oh well, I don't care. We're moving on. We're moving on. Super armor in tow. I doubt there's anything left that can possibly stop me now. I have potions that can remove fatigue. Hell, I've been sitting on them all game. More Myconids. Hi. Out of my way. Okay. So.
You want me? Right.
Orders?
Well, I have an infinite source of XP if I ever need to grind. Grind at a very, very slow rate. I do like the sound those crossbow bolts make when they connect. What's going on here? You're taking a beating.
I would be happy to.
Ready, done.
Ready. Let's spill some blood.
I recorded a Let's Play for 3 hours and saved,
Agreed.
only to find the file corrupted. It can't be redone.
Agreed.
No, I can't sing country. I'm not even gonna try. I don't know how. Okay. Alright, here it is. It's a long, circuitous route. Out of the west underdark town of Menzoberran, I fell in love with a dark elven girl. Okay.
Done. I'm on it.
Okay. And up. My gosh, this is a circuitous route. This stairway here, you should have been able to hold off an orc army. They can only file in 1 or 2 at a time. You could have had a whole line of archers up there. A couple of guys with axes at the top of the staircases. That should have been completely unassailable. How did you guys possibly lose?
Agreed. Done.
Oh, actually, let's do this bridge. What the heck's up with this, huh?
Yes.
Orders?
Are you still blind?
Do you need me?
Apparently, that's not so easily cured. I probably have a method of fixing that somewhere in here. I'll take a bolt. Oh no, it's in here somewhere. Whatever. He can just be blind. It's fine. I'll just let the ranger scout. Well, why is it marked on the map if I can't use it none?
I'm listening. I'm on it.
It's Faerun. Some deity created them all. Maybe all the deities had a competition, an elf creating competition. Who can make the best elf? Man, Avatar The Last Airbender was awesome.
I'm on it.
Right. You want to taste this? Let's spill some blood.
Think I need another fire elemental. Okay, for you, my dear.
I want to taste Are you ready for me?
What? Well, I mean, in Tolkien, the orcs were elven. Somehow. I'm just picking them off one by one. I don't even need a party. It's fine. I'll just bring my deadliest character down. She'll clear things. I mean, this guy'd work too, but he's blind, so
I'm here.
he can't see. That's a liability. Ah, I gotta fix that.
You won't very well. Ready and willing. Very well.
Here, agreed.
He's still ridiculously deadly, though. Oh. Entrance was over there the whole time. Oh! Why are we entering a museum exactly? Spellmonger. All of the, dwarves, goblins, and all that are all the same species as elves as well. Except he doesn't call them elves. But they're totally elves. They're totally elves. Frost salamanders? What are you doing here? I know you. What do you want here? Charisma, go! You want to see Karish? He is leader. Oh, wow. Charisma worked! I am shocked. I think so. Spelljammer? Haha, you have somebody to talk to right there. I greet you. I am Karish, leader of the Salamanders. Who are you? An adventurer. Forgive me, but I doubt you are an adventurer. No seeker of fortune could journey here unscathed. No, you are more than you seem. A spy, perhaps? Come to check on me? Yes, he has been known to hire those of your race. Why has he sent you? Very well. Play your game of deception. But know you this, I know your master. In time I will have an answer. If not from you, then him. So tell me, why are you here? The slaves. They revolted. We had to slay most of them, but a few managed to escape to the level below. Holy shit, the dwarves are still alive! The room below suddenly became too hot to bear. We had to flee back here or Oh, you mean when I got the forges working again? Oops. In the confusion that followed, the slaves bolted for the stairs. A few made it, but their freedom will not last long. They are trapped down there. The access to the surface is locked, so they have nowhere to run to. Also, they have no supplies, nor do they have any means to gather them since we're patrolling the glacier. Eventually, we will starve. They will starve or return to us. All we have to do is wait. It occurs to me I could use your aid in this matter. Slaves are of no consequence to me. They will return to us, or they will die. However, the leader of the revolt made me look bad in the eyes of my people. For this he must pay. Go to the slaves and gain their confidence. Once you gain that confidence, find their leader and slay him. Very well. Take some time to think about this. Come to me if you change your mind. I see. Well, Craig Frostbeard is dead. His son Jurel now rules. I did nothing to aid the son in killing his father, I assure you. It's well known that the master chooses his lieutenants himself. Jurel's actions could be deemed treason. I want it understood by you and your master that I have no part in this matter. In the ice caverns to the southwest, of course, the fool sits upon his father's throne in impudence. Seek him there across the rickety bridge. What do you mean? I am awaiting orders as instructed and nothing else. Why do you ask? Has someone reported otherwise? Am I suspected of something? Of course I am nervous. I know who you serve and therefore have good reason to be. Can we get on with your questioning? I will find nothing out of place here.
I'm on it.
Except the things that I take out of place. Wow! Greater ice trolls. This stream has been running for nearly 4 hours now. Wow. Cool. I'm not sure how much more game there is. Is there enough that I should wait until next Saturday, or am I like right at the cusp of ending the game in the next like hour? I don't know. Wow, this place is freaking awesome.
I'm here. Very well.
A whale. I liked the hand, and I really am liking this dungeon, this whole area. The earlier part of Icewind Dale, the areas weren't that interesting, but once you got to the hand, this got amazing. I think that the Heart of Winter expansion wasn't quite so great. Trials of the Lore Master had some interesting stuff in it, though. Dwarven Ice Museum. I still have a ways to go. So says the wise Alondo. I see. Okay. So we should continue this next weekend then. Well, I have never encountered an area quite like this in a video game.
I'm on it.
And I've seen a lot of things. Frickin' badass. The hand was awesome. It, like, really, up till that point, the game, yeah, it just, it changed my opinion of the game for the better.
I could use some shut-eye.
But this place is awesome, too. Look at this. I want to say it's really cool, but you'd all think I was making a pun. Jellyfish? I guess that's what they are, yeah. Ah, we shall continue next Saturday. Yeah. Alright, well, until next time.